All right, so sneak peek number 3 for the December update that's coming in January. Make it make sense because it's coming out of left field. And honestly, if I fumble my words a lot in this video, I apologize because this is just so exciting, but also so heartbreaking at the exact same time. So let's talk about it. Let's take a look at the sneak peek that we got in regards to the update that is coming, the mid-month patch, the first update of 2022. That's coming on Tuesday. It's good and bad. So let's talk about it. So right here, as you can see, December update sneak peek number 3. This thing got posted like 1 minute ago. 229 people have looked at it, and it says right here, this is CM Fragment of Marvel Future Fight. A magnificent party will be held in the mutant nation of Krakoa. Anyways, they didn't say that but anyways, the mutant island of Krakoa, the mutant island, whatever. Now, for those of you guys who don't know what the Hellfire Gala is, it's basically a 12-issue comic run where the mutant nation of Krakoa opens its borders and allows normal humans in to actually partake in a celebration of the fact that they terraformed Mars and made it inhabitable, essentially creating a space where they could live peacefully on a different planet, in addition to having the island of Krakoa to themselves. It's actually a good comic run with some very, very dope looks for some of our favorite characters. One of which is actually in this trailer. And as you can see right here, well, actually there's a couple, but anyways, as you can see right here, we got Colossus front and center. Look at the drip on my guy, the god Colossi, the one tier 2 character that's remained constant in PvP for the past couple years. Even though we're in the era of transcended characters and tier 3s, Colossus has still proved that with the Phoenix 5 uniform, he's actually a force to be reckoned with. He can even kill tier 3s like Wolverine with the reflect damage. So I am very, very excited to see him get a uniform, and I'm looking forward to see what they do for him. Will they keep him as a support character, or will they make him stand out even more than he has been? So really looking forward to that. If you look behind him, you can see we have Sabretooth here, we have Mr. Sinister, we have a couple others as well, but this is absolutely fantastic. And it's funny that this is coming as the first update of 2022 because we literally just got a survey where they were asking us about Danger Room, and in that video I was talking to you guys about Mr. Sinister and how it would be really cool if Mr. Sinister was added to Danger Room Extreme as one of the bosses because he's an iconic X-Men villain. And they also need to go ahead and give him a tier 3 or some type of awakening so he can actually sit where he needs to be in the game as an iconic X-Men villain. So really, really looking forward to this. Uniforms and tier 3s coming this month. Now I know you guys are gonna ask, the elephant in the room, what about Dr. Octopus, Electro, Green Goblin, Sandman, and all those guys that we're supposed to get from the No Way Home update part 2? I honestly have no idea what these guys are doing. It's a bummer if they don't give us tier 3s for at least Green Goblin and an awakened skill for Electro, Sandman, and uniform for Dr. Octopus. It really is a bummer. But from the looks of it, it seems as though that is going to be the case. They're going to be swapping out the second half of No Way Home, and they're going to instead be giving us new uniforms for these mutants, possibly a new mutant as well. We'll have to wait and see. I'm not too sure why they're doing this, but it's been a long time since the mutants have been touched, and people have been saying it's long overdue. So it's nice that they're getting some kind of love, but it's unfortunate that it's coming, or it seems to be coming, at the price of the second half of the No Way Home update. I wish they would have at least giving us Green Goblin tier 3. I think that would have made a lot of people happy. It's a party, baby. It's a party in Krakoa. My boy Colossi. Check the drip, boys. Check the drip. Oh my god, look at my baby Betsy coming through in the Captain Britain uniform. Let's go. Yo, even Sinister cleaned up real nice, bro. Sweeter mans, bro. So yeah, as you can see, we're getting 3 new uniforms. One for Mr. Sinister, one for Colossus, and yes, we are getting one for Psylocke as well. No idea what they're actually going to be getting in addition to the uniforms, who's going to be getting tier 3 and who's going to be getting a transcendent skill. But if I had to guess, I would say maybe Sinister is getting the tier 3, and then Colossus and possibly Betsy would be sharing the awaken skill. But who knows? Black Cat got a uniform and she got nothing, so maybe these guys should just literally be getting uniforms and nothing else as well. The good thing about this is I don't think these are seasonal uniforms, so they're going to be available for crystals, and they should be available all the time. So if worse comes to worse and these guys just get uniforms and not tier 3/transcendence, then obviously you would just skip over them because they're just going to be really powerful tier 2s and not really be useful for stuff like Danger Room, Extreme, and World Boss Legend. And in addition to that, we got 2 of them being blast types and 1 of them being combat types, so they're not really going to do anything for you in Vibranium League of Squad Battle as well. And being blast in combat, I guess if Colossus goes back to being a hero, he could possibly be useful for Combat Superhero Day on Sundays in ABX. And then maybe Mr. Sinister, being a blast type like he is, he could prove to be useful for the Blast Supervillain Day for ABX, but we already have Mephisto. So it would be really hard for Mr. Sinister to replace him, because I believe some Mephistos are scoring 11 million. So he would literally need to be pushing the cap to replace Mephisto. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys, as happy as I am to see these mutant get touched, so I can start using some of my mutant materials, because lately I've just been burning feathers and Mcron crystals, just basically creating cards and then feeding said cards into my agent badge or agent level to level up that way, because there's really not much else for me to do with my feathers. I am at the same time very sad that it's coming at the price of getting some justice for Sandman, Electro, Lizard, and possibly a tier 3 for Green Goblin. I'm not too sure what's going on here with Netmarble. This is the second time they could have given Green Goblin a tier 3, and for some reason they're skipping over that. Well, I don't want to say they're skipping over that, because they very well could give him tier 3 and make all 3 of these characters share an awaken skill. That's a very real possibility. But at the exact same time, what about Lizard and Electro? I think Electro played a decent part in the movie. I don't want to really spoil anything for anybody who haven't seen it yet, right? And Sandman and Lizard, okay, maybe not that much, but still, they were in the movie. Like, you guys could have capitalized on that to some extent. The fact that you're gonna just completely overlook those guys and then throw in 3 other characters. That, here's the thing, because people have been so hungry for mutants, if this had been pushed back a couple more weeks, people would have still been really excited for it. Versus you skip over these guys, now you have some people really upset with you, really sad about this, and then they might just out of spite, you know, ignore these characters that you're trying to sell. Well, to be honest, well, I guess you are trying to sell Betsy. You are trying to make her more powerful so you can appeal to more people with the Lux package. But at the exact same time, it's going to be very hard to compete with Dr. Doom when he has his tier 3 and he's one of the most powerful characters in the game. So Sue Storm is looking like a really good buy for a lot of people lately. And the Eternals with Gilgamesh, Makari, and Thena, they all look good. So I can see why they would want to, you know, bump up Psylocke's power level to try and make her deluxe package more appealing. But if that doesn't follow up by giving Strife a tier 3 and making him a powerhouse as well, I don't know if that's really going to be enough. Like the uniform for Betsy and tier 3/Transcendence, I don't know if that's going to be enough to make people want to buy her over buying Invisible Woman and getting access to Doom, right? So really looking forward to this though, because my Psylocke's been done since day one. Like Gear 25, back when Gear 25 was really hard to do, right? It was very expensive rather. So I'm very happy for this, but at the same time, the fact that it's coming at the price of, you know, Electro, Sandman, and Green Goblin getting something, it makes me very sad. As you can see, my Colossus is done as well. It will pain me to have to take this insight off of Colossus if he, I don't know, for some reason loses his support value with his new uniform, but we could always swap back to the old uniform when we're using him in timeline and then swap to the new one if he becomes a DPS with the new one. I'm not even too sure if I want Colossus to be a DPS, frankly. I don't even know if I just want them to, like, I don't know, somehow increase this to maybe 75% damage reduction, and then just, I guess, maybe give him some extra HP, or rather allow him to give everybody else on the team some extra HP. honestly, I don't know if I want Colossus to be anything more than a support, but you guys can let me know in the comment section, because I think we have some strong combat characters right now. Do we really need Colossus to be a DPS? But Mr. Sinister though, I need Mr. Sinister to be pushing out Moonstone level damage. Okay, I need that. I need that, especially since there's no event battle going on right now, faction war, right, battles. So if someone's coming to the game right now, the only way to get Mr. Sinister is actually to buy the X Gene selector, right? But here's the thing, guys, he's not worth it at this moment in time, and there's very few strong bio selector slash X Gene selector characters. So if they're gonna give him a uniform, they got to consider the fact that he's not very powerful now, and there's not really too much incentive for people to buy those monthly subscriptions. So they got to make him extremely powerful. I'm hoping for Moonstone level DPS out of this guy. Funny enough, I took off his CTP of Transcendence, I believe like 2 or 3 months ago. I think around Black Friday is when I took it off to try and get a Brilliant. So now he's empty, and he's prime and ready to be tested with whatever they decide to give him. I am looking forward to this, but I am very sad because I built up Green Goblin at the gear 25. I got Sandman to level 70. I don't think I got his gears to 25. I was gonna get you to level 70, and I also was gonna get, what's his face? Good thing I didn't do it. I was gonna get Electro to gear 25 tonight, but thankfully that didn't happen. And this is one reason why I always tell you guys that even when we have an idea of a character getting a rework or something, it's always best to wait for 100% confirmation, because of the fact that we never know what they could do. And this is a complete curveball out of left field. No one saw this coming. We knew we'd be getting mutant updates in 2022, but we didn't know it would come at the price of part 2 for the No Way Home update, or at least I didn't think it would be. I think Green Goblin, Electro, Sandman, and Lizard could have been a decent size update that could make them some money. They could have easily made him really powerful. He's a bio sub character, so I don't really know why they would skip over him, because if they made him really powerful, made him meta for squad battle, they could make some money off that. Literally, they could make him meta for squad battle and ABX, and they could make some money off that. So why they're skipping over him, it doesn't make any sense to me, because same as Mr. Sinister, he came to the game and he was just kind of like ass right out the gate. It's confusing to me, boys, but leave me your thoughts in the comments. We'll see what happens on Tuesday, but I know a lot of you guys are going to be sad, and I can't blame you, because I am too. As happy as I am very sad about it as well. Peace.